Welcome to episode 914, Bruce Flatt, real asset and infrastructure self-made billionaire from Canada. This is an outline of episode 914. In 2020, his firm Brookfield has $570 billion asset under management, and he's only 55-year-old.
What we buy is real assets, largely, and the most important thing that we've found over decades of investing in hard assets around the world, real estate, power plants, infrastructure, is to buy them at a fraction of replacement cost. And odds give you a margin of safety if you can do that. So we look for capital dislocation in the world.
He was born in Winnepeg, Canada in 1965. In 1985, he graduated with a business degree from the University of Manitoba, and he became a chartered accountant and worked for Earnest and Young. At age 29, he took over a struggling old conglomerate called Brascan. Brascan was founded in 1899. Brascan started in Brazil. It's a combination of Brazil and Canada. In the next 19 years, he led Brookfield into Canada's largest alternative asset management firm. It was also Canada's most profitable. He did not do it alone. Jack Cockwell, a native of South Africa, and 14 years his senior, was also an architect of the revival of Brookfield. Jack Cockwell also became a billionaire. Here is his investment philosophy, walking away from the cliff where the large crowds gathered.
So I'd start off with that. For us, though, we generally have always operated in a methodology where we're trying to walk away from the cliff. And we keep this slide in the office, in many of the offices in the world, to really indicate and remind all of our people that one should always look for opportunity away from where the crowd is going and not go with the crowd.
Brookfield asset management going global.
We're finding that in China at the moment.
We're finding it more. Other than special situations, we're finding that outside the United States. And that's not to say that we haven't found things in the United States, but we're doing a lot in India. Today, we just committed to buy a big telecom tower business in India. We bought a natural gas pipeline. We did just commit to buy, or just closed on, a large real estate purchase in Shanghai. So there's more opportunity. There's less capital in those markets in the United States, which means there's more opportunity.
And I do want to explain.
Since 2008, Brookfield's return has been about 300% higher than the S&P 500, as shown in this graph. And the big get even bigger. In 2019, Brookfield acquired 62% of Oaktree Capital. Oaktree Capital is owned by Howard Marks, and it specializes in distressed assets.
Of a company. Currently Blackstone is the world's largest alternative asset manager. This really catapults these two companies that had been large but not quite of the stature of Blackstone into really a new arena. They are now to be reckoned with more so than even before.
Work that powers the global economy and transforms communities. At Brookfield, our work is informed by decades of experience managing real assets. We believe that quality assets, carefully managed over time, deliver one of the most consistent paths to economic growth and attractive returns.
In 2020, here is his view on COVID-19 and beyond.
And ask 9 out of 10 people, they will say they want to work from the office. And the fact the efficiencies are not even close. when people aren't in the office because you get distracted with 100 of other things.
This too shall pass. How has the pandemic changed your business, not just real estate, the rest of your business too? And what does the future look like?
We're just in a large recession. It happens to be caused by a health crisis. Everyone gets caused by something different. Everyone used to say, 2 years ago, people would say, what's going to cause the next recession? Lo and behold, I don't think anyone said pandemic. Maybe a few, but nobody believed them. What it does is accelerate trends that are happening. And I'll give you three that affect us. And there's lots of others, but three that affect us. Number one, governments across the world have spent enormous amounts of money on this situation. And they always do that when recessions happen, but this time it's off the charts as to how much they've spent. And there's only two ways to recoup that money: tax more or sell assets. When I say sell assets, what that means for government is infrastructure.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. My next video will be Bruce Flatt, 9 lessons. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.